Welcome, Youngjun.
Thank you, Isabel. Hi. Yeah, thank you, Isabel. And yeah, it's been amazing. Richard and Naomi, just such an amazing presentation. And yeah, this is very special to me as well. Yeah, this is like, for the first time, yeah, I've been teaching students, but I've never done like in front of like many experts, like presenting my work. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. And yeah, I think I can start with a bit of introduction of myself. I'm a creative technologist and artist doing a scenography for theatre, exhibitions and galleries and live events and different interactive installations. I started my career journey from back in 2012. I was studying exhibition design and I was really interested in interactive installations and I wanted to present something interesting and a very sensorial experience-based installation in the galleries. And I found an amazing tool, which is TouchDesigner. I really like. Since then, I've been using TouchDesigner for various purposes. And I was in South Korea, and it was just after COVID. I worked in the company called Datmill in South Korea, which is the company doing immersive installations and immersive outdoor entertainment. And I've been working for like projection mappings, LED anamorphic screens, and pixel mappings, and lighting fixtures and lasers. And I had a great opportunity to use different media elements like lighting fixtures, lasers, and projection mappings, and started using different softwares like, there are a lot of media servers. I'm not going to call everything, but probably most of you knows like D3, Watchouts, and Media Loans, and Seven Senses. There are a lot of like hardware-based and software-based and media servers. But in terms of the pipeline, when you come up with the idea of projection mapping or pixel mappings, you have to choose the real-time engine or like different softwares to get it sorted. But as you all probably know, there are always pros and cons because you can't customize the built-in softwares. But the power of using TouchDesigner is letting you allowed to customize whatever you like, which is Python-based software media server. I've been using TouchDesigner for different permanent installation as well. I use basically for two purposes. One for the permanent temporal installation, and the second is real-time audiovisual contents. And of course, it relates to the lighting pixel mappings as well. So in terms of permanent installations, I had a chance to work with Rafik Anadol back in 2017 or 19. It was part of government-funded project in capital city in South Korea, which is Seoul, and there was the building architecture built by Zaha Hadid in the central city, South Korea, and that is called DDP. That's quite extraordinary shape of the building. But there was quite moments. I will show you later some pictures. But I'll just briefly go through what was the kind of the thing come up with this software. So basically I needed to use multiple projectors, like high performance projectors, but you basically need to figure out all the limitations and lumens and everything, the throw ratios. There are a lot of like technical things you need to go through. And ultimately you need to pre-visualize. You need to calibrate. So it's really hard to, in the very like beginning of the phase, it's quite hard to see what is going to be happen because you're not be able to see the accurate sort of like pre-visualization. Of course, there are some softwares like Mapping Matters and stuff now integrated in these guys, but it has limited functionalities, so I wanted to expand a little bit more. And there was another project that I was involved in South Korea that I was transforming and mounting to digital theme park. And there was some discussions about how we can use like that time, there wasn't many the scanning applications like polycams and stuff. So we 3D scanned like LiDAR scans with the really fancy equipment, and then the question was how we can projection map on a natural objects like trees and rocks, and then how we can pre-visualize before like we going on site, because it's really tricky. Once you get on site, it's like always limited time, limited conditions. If you are doing like installation, like and enclosures for projectors, if there is a raining, it's quite tricky to see what's going on. Sometimes the server room is really far from the site the projection is happening. So we wanted to sort of like pre-plan what is going to be happen before we go in on site, so we can reduce the time spent on site. I'll show you later as well. But yeah, so after that, after the discussions, I just wanted to make like a really nice software, everything based in place, basically inside of TouchDesigner. So this is the type of the software that I include the timelines, and you need to have different functionalities inside of it. But I think for now I can kind of go step by step how I make this software, and I keep saying software, but not software, but kind of functions inside. And then how useful it is. So when you open up this, like, this is the basic interface, and what I initially wanted to do is that I want to import the 3D model inside of it, and I want to basically navigate inside of the 3D space, meaning I want to have gizmo, and then I want to use some WASD control inside of it, TouchDesigner. You don't need to do like, writing a code like super long, like Unity on Unreal Engine. You have a lot of chops, so you can basically make whatever you like. And so to import, I've got so you can navigate the scenes like here, and so the first thing is the transform. Once you get the object, you need to have X, Y, Z in the gizmo. So I did a render pick. I used a render pick. So render pick is that once you render the object, you'll be able to pick the exact location of the geometry, so that you can, by adding some simple Python code, you can navigate different objects in 3D space. So, for example, what you can do here, let's say, oh, I want to move this building, then you can simply just move around it, and then you can have X, Y, Z. So, and then this is Y, and this is X. And then you also be able to use this text input, so that you can change the locations, for example. Then, this is gone. So the initial thing was, the really, really important thing was I needed to investigate different software first, because otherwise I couldn't make this inside of TouchDesigner, because I need to know what functions I need and how I can connect those functions to the inventory of the projectors and lightings and stuff. So I started, but I didn't fully plan from the initial period because it is like expanded project and everything is like add-on. So I'll call it as multi features sort of like tool. So let's say, okay, I wanna add the projector. Then you can have this projection mapping. So sort of like projector inventories. This is quite nice because you can move around this little projector to calculate the throw distance, and it is pretty much accurate of the lumens, calculating lumens and pitch size because it is all based on the mathematical formula. So I sometimes use this if I need to figure out in a very quick way to deliver like the calculation of projectors to clients. It is very useful, and you can change for example, okay, I want to do 12 meter, and let's say I want to do 0.7, then it automatically calculates the throw ratio and image size, and of course, you can change the lumens. So as you can see, the nits is changing depending on the projectors. So 7,000, 10,000, 30K, so all different, and then you can pick different models, brands, and then you can hit the button, then it creates a object. So once you get I've got short time, so I'm going to just go through quickly, but it automatically adds the projector inventory here, and let's say, for example, let's just give I pre-made the setup here, and if I want to play a video, then you can simply click in here and play it. The reason this is possible is that you can like import whatever you like. So this is very handy if you want to import anything special, like just bring that in and just like click, and then you now have a pixel map. Currently, I did a crop and blend. So I think I can first explain about the projector, what kind of functionalities you can work with. So as I mentioned, transform, of course, and then you can import the source. And then you can work with timeline. I'll talk about it a little bit later. And you can, once you select pixel map, you can do a stoner, which is amazing built-in tool in Palette in TouchDesigner. Let's say if you want to open it, and you can click in here, and then you can navigate to see what is going on the building. The power of it is like you can just get it really close to look at what is going on. So if you want to be pixel perfect, you can do like pixel perfect. Well, of course, on site you might need to revise a little bit, but always good to have like customized the UV template, EXR template before you actually doing projection mapping on site. And Well, the cool thing is you can like crop up and down, like left and right and bottom and top. So I did it just like 0.33% for now. 0.666 because I put a 3 projectors for this demonstration. So I just divided in a very like in 3 ways. So I just crop in a 0.66 from the left. And then, of course, you can do blending. Like if you want to blend, you can blend from left, from right, and bottom, and top. You can do many things with it. And then once you finish it, you just automatically save it. So you can change later on if you want to change the pixel map. And the really interesting thing is I kind of make this like interesting parameters because otherwise you might be really struggle to see what is going on inside of this like interface. So if you want to change like throw ratio, you can change the throw ratio. I just put a focal length, like it's actually throw ratio, but you can change the throw ratio. And I put a ray here. Well, would have been great like if that's automatically calculate the distance from the one object to the other, but I haven't managed that kind of distance algorithm inside of it. I think probably I will use pop for it to be figured. And but you can manually like move the ray here, so you can roughly like imagine how much distance you have. Let's say for now it seems like, well, 11.5. So you can put that in, and well, depending on the venue, you might come with the different solution of the lumens. But I just put a 30K projectors. It's quite usual in terms of like a price points, and you can kind of put lumen. For example, if you change the lumens, it change. One. If you change lumen, it changes like, wait, yep. It's weird. I think something wrong with it because I just moved the file to here, but it should automatically just change the calculation here so that you can see how it impacts on the current calculation. Interesting. I'll revisit that. So the one thing, the powerful thing is that you can separately manage the pixel map. So if you commit the different throw ratio, you can kind of manage the different pixel map, and then you can manage different like stoner and crop and blend, so you can work with it. So let's say I just come back to this. Oops. Yep. So you can change like different ratios, and you can put different pixel maps, and let's say we have all same. Well, of course you can blend later on, but I'll just quickly go through how that looks. So for example, if you want to play this video, this is a visual that I presented in South Korea working with the Arabic society, and it was the linear type of the pixel map. So it is all done by TouchDesigner. So I will just show you how that exactly work inside of this building. So once you calibrate the projection by using warp, so Stoner, then you now be able to like basically play the whatever you like. This is quite useful because you can also have the audience perspective, and this is the audience member. But the cool thing is, I wanted to see really in a dark space, so I kind of made the dark mode, so it just like dimmed down, and you can see how it looks. So of course you can change the this one. So human. Yep. So locked it. So you can move around this human, this audience, and then you can rotate it. So as you can see, the audience perspective is changing. It's very useful if you working with the different suppliers or stakeholders. It is sometimes very useful to have the pre-visualization type of images. So you can just leave this is going to be how it looks, and then it's going to be super quick because with this you can simply just import 3D model, and you can just place the projectors, and you can play the different sorts of images or videos. So it's really useful. And the one thing I would like to mention is that this inventory as well. So once you click this one, not this one. So once you click this one, it's showing how exactly the lens looking like. That's probably the next feature I'm going to add. But if you press Shift L, you can also see the lightings. I just made the lightings for here briefly. Inspired by Matthew Rogan, who is amazing. So I think it's going to be the future plan, but this is for more like a videography lighting fixtures, but I'm planning to implement the DMX type of lighting fixtures because, basically like I haven't used this like lighting fixtures because it doesn't work in a way that I want to like play the different animations. So I think I probably implement like animation type of the pixel map plus the moving head grid system. I had a chance to work with the 160 moving heads in the 10 meter by 10 meter by 10 meter of the scaffolding. And that time, the grid system is quite powerful, and I use the Python algorithms, kind of jet flights, kind of yaw, tilt, pan, and then that exactly fits into the moving heads, tilt and pan, and then you can limit the axis. And then if you say like 60 points of grids, and then the moving heads exactly fit into the point of the grid, so you can just changing the orientation and transformation of the grid so that the moving heads like 100% exactly fit into the points. I'll show you a little bit later. So this is the light as well. So you can also put the different light effects. I'm going to lock and light. So you can place the lights around them, and this is the lights, and this is the queue that you can map the lights, and this is quite useful once you, as I mentioned, this is the parameters. I kind of get an inspiration from GrandMA, but I think making too many queues is making confuse of it, because I wanted to place this to the animation nodes, animation comp, and then just automatically just like match to the keyframe, meaning I needed to sort of like manage the individual sequence. So like each of frames, like one frame, like say the value is 0 and the 500, then the value goes 10. But I think rather than having this method, I'll probably like go with the DMX pixel map, like mapper type of pixel map. That'll be more useful in the future. And well, the challenge was, as you can see, like making inventory. So everything has to be connected in one place. So like, although you just delete the projector, everything has to be like looking right. So for example, like once you kind of delete that, like everything has to be same, and then how you can manage that. Just do that, and then map the queue. Yep. All right. And I wanna just quickly explain about this timeline as well. This is done by Greg. This is called Timebase, and I wanted to make a really clean user interface. That is the key, one of the key things I wanted to do. Otherwise, it's going to be the same as like other softwares, like different media servers. But I wanted to have really clean, really nice. I want to hide everything, every interface. But I want to pop it up when I need it to. So I kind of put the slide effects here, and if you click this one, this is called this is timeline mode, and then you can kind of play differently in timeline. Of course, you can manage the soundtrack, but this one is not outputting the actual like event. I'd rather use this for the pipeline. And it's not like for the final kind of the product that you can use it as a media server, because depending on the codec, it's kind of heavily like affected because it's a bit cached. And so I think it'd be nice to test everything inside of TouchDesigner, and then all like different softwares, the codecs and the bit rates, and then bring it to the system, and this should be fine. But if you just like bring like just random video files, like just H264 like MOV MP4, and then high bitrate, it wouldn't work. That's what I found. So yeah, there's a lot of like different features, but I'll just quickly delete some stuff, and then I'll just show you how to import the 3D object as well. The 3D object, this is so powerful in TouchDesigner. You can write a Python script that you can limit the file size. For example, once you import the file, 3D file, it calculates, detects either OBJ or FBX, and then if the file size exceeds like 100 megabytes, it doesn't allow you to allow you to import it. So to bring that in, I think it's just pretty easy. Just drag it in, and you will have this one. But but you need to change scale. And of course, you can rotate, and you can go back z-axis. Or y-axis, or x-axis. Of course, you can navigate Gizmo to work around it. Then you can have this 3D model with projectors. And you can have different functionalities, but I think for now I will just go through the different. Oh, there's no internet. It's cool. I was meant to show you my website that presenting some of work, how it's integrated into the different projects. But before that, I think, because I can show